To continue our discussion on exit, lecture 4.3. As we mentioned at the end of the previous lecture, there are other elements that gets involved when you have to determine the exiting on the building. First, we determine the occupant load. Then through that, we determine the width of exit. Now comes in additional elements. 3, distance between the exits, dimension of separation between the exits, and 5, distribution of exits around the building. In building code, there is a table which you can research and see. The table 1016.1 is called the exit access travel distance. And it's determined by whether the building is sprinklered or non-sprinklered, and it gives you a variety of numbers. Most of them range from 250 feet to 300 feet, separations, in general. And details of them, you can find out. This is for very long building. Usually that's why this table doesn't come as much in use, because most of the time you arrange your building that has much less distances than this for the exiting. So this item refers to this. This one is the critical point, 4. The distance shall be more than half diagonal dimension measured from the remotest part of floor. What does that mean? Here is a building. Rooms. You measure the longest diagonal, and the longest diagonal goes from here to here. So this is your longest diagonal. If this is 300 feet, and you need, let's say, 2 exits, then you provide an exit here and then you make sure you provide an exit here. This distance between the strike edge should be more than 300 divided by 250 feet. That's what it means when it says it has to be more than half a diagonal. The interpretation is either equal or more. I personally never use equal, I always go more, just for litigious and legal issues. If you needed 2 or 3 exits, then you can place, let's say, another one here, and that would be another distance that you have satisfied the requirements with. When we talk about a strike edge, if this is your door, typically on the plan when you look at the door sits here in a closed position, and this is the door frame. When the door opens, and let's say it hinges in this direction, so as you can see, this is the hinge, and that's where the handles are. That's why the distance, this point is considered when this door closes, is called the strike edge. And that is where the hand goes to open the hand, the handle of the door, and then open it up and go. Here is another example for half a diagonal. You have a building that this dimension on it is 75 feet. The separation between the exits must be more than 75 divided by 2, which is 37.5 feet. And then finally, number 5 is that if this is a building, it is really good to divide your exits in different locations. Don't concentrate them all in one. Let's say, for example, do not put 5 of them here and 2 of them in here. If you have a chance in the design and you do not have any barrier of doing it, I will put 1 here, put 1 here, put 1 here, put 1 here, put 1 here. So people around here have options to get out in the shortest distance from any danger that might threaten them. When you need 2 exits and more depends on what the code says. Less than 10 people, 1 exit. More than 10, 2 exit or more. And exit doors will swing in direction of exit. We'll be back for the fourth lecture on the calculation of the load when the stairs or other areas of the building and multi-story buildings come into picture.